Hi, this is Donald Gordon and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe and of course give me the thumbs up. Well, probably you should do that at the end, but damn it, I said M again. I'm still trying to get rid of the habit of saying M and getting better, but it's taking a little bit of time. I mentioned yesterday, I just uploaded the video, yesterday's video. I got distracted over the last the few hours after I did the video. I'm not going to go into details. I've already mentioned it, and I don't want to go on about it. This video I may have to do in parts. I might get interrupted, and if that's the case, I'll just stop and put the takes together. I mentioned yesterday I was going to talk about my voice, my singing career. It started about 20 years ago. Yeah, late in life, like everything, most things I've done in life. And I mentioned that I'm a baritone, but I have a very wide range, so I can actually sing outside my range. And the interesting thing is I can actually sing up very, very high, up to a 6, if that makes any sense to you. On the guitar, it's right up on the 6th string. Sorry, it's almost at the end. I can get that high. Obviously, in the baritone range, I can sing perfectly. But between about halfway down, between my upper note and the baritone range, just in the passaggio, as they call it, the passage, the change between your vocal range, in my case baritone, to the next range, I'm having problems. Everybody has this problem. Most people have this problem. And when I started singing, I had a teacher, which I think he was okay. What was happening is we were practicing going up the range, and I was achieving the notes in this particular part of the range where the passaggio, and I was achieving them, but with tension in my throat. Now, when you sing, when you're trained, all those notes, when you sing those notes, it should be free. You should feel freedom in your voice, in your throat, sorry. You should have no tension. But I had tension. It got so bad at one stage I had a nosebleed. And I had to go to the hospital because it wouldn't stop. And that was just the tension, pushing down up. Well, it wasn't pushing from the tummy, I was pushing from here, if that makes sense. If you're not a singer, it might not make sense to you. So the outcome of that then is I had a little nodule on my chords, and I had to stop. And I stopped for, I would say, 6 to 9 months. I didn't sing for 6 to 9 months. And when I went back, I couldn't make contact with my teacher. Now, he was in his early 70s, he was 72, 73, if I remember rightly. I'm getting distracted a little bit because I mentioned we have little pups who we rescued before Christmas, and they're kind of running around and kind of watching what they're doing. At the moment they're not doing anything particular, but they can be a little mischievous at times. Anyway, so I had a little nodule on my on my chords. I eventually went to a specialist, and she claimed it wasn't because of that, it was because I was sleeping on my back, and I was getting, in Spanish it's reflujo, what's it called in English? God, I'm forgetting my English. That's when you get bile coming up from your tummy, and it was burning my cords. I thought, I don't think that's what's happening. I'm with the doctor. So I followed her advice. I took various solutions which she actually made. They cost a little bit of money. That's Alvarado telling me that someone's coming to the house. And so the other thing which I doubted it because I don't sleep on my back normally. I sleep on my side, on my belly. And I always have. At the moment it's a little complicated because the bed is covered with dogs, so some nights I actually am sleeping on my back. But that I didn't believe was the problem. So I started singing again, so do my exercises. But every time I did my exercises, bing, I could feel sorry about that. I could feel the little like a pinprick. It's a very precise pinprick in your throat, in your larynx, and it's very uncomfortable. So I stopped. But every time I started again, the same thing happened because there was tension in my throat, and I didn't know how to get rid of it. And at the time, I just didn't have money to go to an expensive teacher or a specialist or anything. I checked on the internet, checked on YouTube for various solutions and found nothing. And this lasted for about 9 years. And some years ago, it was just before the pandemic, I was passing a music school, very small little music school, private music school, and I passed it a few times, and I could hear someone singing inside, a woman singing inside, doing their exercises, and very, very good, very, very clean voice. So one day I went in and I said I was interested in doing or taking classes, singing classes if there was a teacher. And of course they looked at me and kind of, well, you know, most of the students here are between 15 and 20. And then I had a 50-something-year-old arrives for lessons. So the teacher saw me, kind of thought the same. I could see it on his face, and he said, "Well, come in." And I explained to him my problems. Okay, and he did some tests with scales and so on. I said, "Yeah, yes, you've got a very, very good voice. If you're trained up to a point, you're trained." So I started taking lessons with him, and he got me over that little bump. Singers know what I'm talking about. When you're going through the passage, you go from this, your voice moves over some little bump. But there was still tension in my voice. And I was with him for about 2 years. And one day he decided, I think what was happening, he realised he couldn't do anything for me. The reason why I was so obsessed, if you like, with these notes is they're the money notes, whether you like it or not. You can sing in your own range, that's fine. That's what you want, that's fine. But if you want to make some money, whether it's singing on the street, I've done that. So no shame in that. If you want to, I know some of you are thinking, but at your age, what's the point? So what? It's my decision. And if someone decides to do something late in life, it's none of your business. None of your business. You know, really, to be very, very frank, it's none of your business. And if that person gets joy out of it, if they make some money out of it, great. If they don't, doesn't matter. It's still not your business. So the pandemic came anyway, and that put a stop to a lot of things. I did my exercises while I was stuck in the house. I didn't think much about a repertoire, just worked on my voice. I still have problems with that range. And eventually came across a guy on the internet who seemed to understand my problem. And he recommended some exercises, which I did. And it seemed to not solve the problem so much as to allow me to sing those higher notes without tension. So I suppose, yes, it is. He solved the problem. So he obviously, a lot of guys, what they do is they have a series of videos explaining how things work, whether it's I don't know, playing guitar, learning a language, in this case singing. They're promoting a course or courses that they do, and that's fine. That's fine. And he promoted his course. He has a number of courses. One which was in financially within reach. Another course wasn't within reach. So I took the first course, and I'm using that at the moment. And I'm finding it is very, very helpful. At the moment, I won't say who he is, because he's in trouble at the moment because he lip-synced a song recently at a gig, and he's in trouble for that. But a lot of people do, you know. I don't agree with it. I understand why they do it. The Eagles were caught doing that last year, if I remember rightly. Particularly with Hotel California, and sorry, with that song, you just cannot lip sync it, you gotta sing it. And so they got into trouble. That's my personal opinion. If you want to sing live, sing live. That's it. If you're not able to do it, don't do it. Just cancel. Easy for me to say that. Anyway, so I'm just explaining, as I said, I mentioned yesterday that I was going to explain something about my voice. And I'm a little short of funds at the moment, as I'm sure we all are. Most of us are, somewhere during a year. And I hadn't practiced for about 6 weeks. I was focusing on setting up my YouTube and learning as much as I can about that. And I kind of was a little lax on the singing side of things. So literally yesterday, I started a routine to get up and running, get a repertoire ready for about, I would say 6 weeks would be fair enough, because again, I have other things to do. I'm doing this, I'm listening to my email or my WhatsApps coming through. So I need to get out and start singing again. So and also I mentioned I haven't sung for years, and this is the reason that I hurt my voice. And when you hurt your voice, you know, it's yeah, I mean, it's you have to be very, very careful with the voice. You know, if you're running, I was an athlete, I still run. I was a cyclist. And when you pull a muscle in your leg, you know, sometimes you can actually run on that and won't cause any effect. I actually tore my ligaments on the side of my left foot, on the outside, when I was 18. And they were torn for about 15 years. But I could still run. I could run 12 miles, 10, 12 miles, 5 miles, whatever. Or 18, 20 kilometers, whatever you want to use. Without a problem. But then I hurt my other foot, and so in the exact same place. So I decided to get them fixed, and I went to a sports physiotherapist, and he fixed it within 4 or 5 weeks. So they're fine now. But yeah, so the pandemic came along, and that really put a halt to everything. And then I have been focusing on acting for the last few years. And as I said, I've been saying that I've had very, very little work. So now I need to be doing something more active. And this is what I'm doing. So music side of things, I'm just going to focus on singing. Do my videos. I will not do any 1 minute videos. I do my 2 videos. One little short story that lasted 7 minutes, and then I did a cut down version which lasted about 2 minutes, and then I did one, I guess so 3 essentially, about how I actually do one of my update videos like this. But that all has to be put to one side for the moment, because financially I just need to focus on something a little more lucrative. And that's it really. So I did 4 hours yesterday singing, and my voice was tired at the end of it because I hadn't been practicing. I did about an hour of exercises using this course that I mentioned, and then I worked on only 2 songs. It was actually 3 hours, and I did 3 hours. I planned for 4, but I got 3 hours done. What's very important, this is by an aside, if you've planned to do something, if you're planning to read 5 pages of a book every day, and when the time comes to actually read and you're tired, or you just don't have much time to achieve the 5 days, turn up, do something, even if it's just 1 page. It's important that you keep that rhythm going. For example, last night I was very tired last night when I was going to read. I've 2 basic little projects. One is to read, finish a book in French, and another book in German. That German book is a lot more basic, and maybe I could talk about those next time. But I give myself 2 hours basically to do the reading, and I only had 1 hour in the end. So I decided I'd start on the French book, and I got, I think, 3 pages done. I wanted to get more, but I just couldn't keep my eyes open. But I turned up. It's important that you turn up and keep the discipline. If you're tired, you're tired, and sometimes you can get through it even if you're tired. Sometimes you can't. That's okay. But it's important to turn up and just do something, even if it's just a page of your. Pardon me, I just had breakfast. Unfortunately, I didn't get through to the German. The German's a little more difficult for me. It's a little harder. But yeah, so it's important to keep doing what you're doing. So I got my 3 hours done yesterday. I was happy with the outcome, and today I plan to do 6, but the way things are here at the moment, I probably won't get 6 done. And I plan to start at 9 o'clock, and it's now coming up to 12 o'clock. So I had to change my schedule for today, and in about an hour and a half, I'm heading out. So if I get 2 or 3 hours done singing, I'll be lucky. But again, what's important is turning up. Yeah, and that's really it. I don't think I have anything else to say. I've mentioned about my singing. I'll let you know how that's going on. I've created a miscellaneous playlist on my channel specifically for this type of video. It's not related to 1 minute videos or 10 minute videos, 7 minute videos, whatever. It's just me finding my voice and essentially ad-libbing, which I've managed to do. I'm not too sure how long this has been going for now. Out of curiosity, almost 20 minutes of ad-libbing, talking through my arse. But here we are. Let's leave it there, and yeah, give it a thumbs up if you can. I know it's not a terribly interesting video, but it would help if you could give me a little bit of a boost. and I managed to do this in one take. I thought I would be interrupted, but as it happens, I haven't been. So that's Betty's cousin. He's having to chat to himself. Okay, take care.